Greetings and salutations, my artsy friends. How is everyone this morning? So good, I hope. I'm having a little technical difficulty this morning. Can't pull up Facebook on my iPad, so I will be watching comments on my phone, which my my phone holder is my travel one. It's expandable. The clip part that hooks to something to secure it is expandable, but not as expandable as this desk that I'm sitting at that's about this thick. And so I had to kind of pull this little cart thing over by me and hook it on that, and so we're a little bit off this morning. I hope everyone is doing great today. I hope that you've adjusted to this new time, because I know it's weird as heck, isn't it? But I was trying to, good morning, Diana. How are you today? Hi, Carrie. How are you this morning? So I don't know what the problem is with Facebook this morning, that I can't bring it up on my iPad to be able to read your comments, but I will just try and follow them as best I can on my phone. So we are all about, whoops, sorry, my camera stand is very close to me, so I'm trying really hard to not bump it. So today's going to be all about postcards, and I just feel like postcards have just made this big resurgence, right? And I just thought, wouldn't it be so I've always found them quite fascinating, postcards. So I am going to play with watercoloring my Picture Postcard 1 art principle. And I have a couple of reasons for doing that. Let's see. So I tried to activate my paints as best I could. You know, hotel room art is always just a challenge. Good morning, my Vicky. How are you this morning? I'm so glad to see you. So, yeah, that wasn't completely mixed up, I don't think. So here's my idea. So there's so many postcard exchange kind of challenges going out, and did you know that National Postcard Week is during the first full week of May? I didn't know, but I do now, and so I'm kind of all about that. So I just thought it would be very cool to talk about postcards. I know, Linz, but I'm in Austin, Texas. You were on early today too, weren't you? Anyway, there's all these different challenges, and I wanted to talk to you about them. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad, Vicky. You had me scared. So that, like I said, there's all these different postcard challenges and exchanges and the like. And I thought, I might join one. Then I thought, No, I wish. My kid gets to cover South by Southwest because he writes for a newspaper here. But no, I am here. Well, Jeff is here for a conference, and I said, I need to get out of my house because I was getting entirely too sad. And so, I jumped on an airplane. And so I'm staying at a really nice... Do you remember, Lynn's, last year when I was staying in San Diego when you were in Arizona? It's that same conference. So I'm in downtown Austin for the week. So today, after this class, I'm going to the LBJ Presidential Library. I can't wait. I love a presidential library. I do. So I'm going there today. And then tomorrow, I'm going to... Good morning, Lynn. How are you? Tomorrow, I'm going to Lady Bird Johnson's Wildflower Center. I can't wait. But I'm just going to tell you something. It is so humid here. Lordy, lordy, lordy. I will be rocking the pony all week long because my hair will just be big as a mulberry bush if I don't. So I wanted to talk about some of the postcard places that I've kind of been following along. And I don't know, I thought maybe it would be fun for us to send postcards to each other. So think about if that's something that you, oh, yay, Lynn, I'm so glad. Oh my gosh, I can hardly wait, Lynn's. I can hardly wait. I'm sure it's, I know I'm taking my sketch pad and, my iPhone. Who knew that a phone would become such an art tool, Lynn's? But it is. So, there's a Instagram guy that everybody should follow, and his Instagram is I wrote you a postcard. I wrote you a postcard. And he does a thing where he, if you send him a postcard, he'll send you a postcard. So I'm going to sign up to do that. I thought that was fun. So I thought I could do that. If you guys send me a postcard to my P.O. box, I will send you a postcard. So what does that mean? That means that we all need to start making a bunch of postcards. And you know, there's so many different ways. And I just thought that it would be a fun way to keep in touch with each other. Because who doesn't like Happy Mail? So like I said, I'm in a hotel. And this is the only napkin I have. This stinking napkin from the airlines for my drink last night on the plane. But I did sneak a washcloth. I thought I might be able to, I could use that as a paint cloth. And you need to respond, what? When everyone sends you a postcard. I will. Is that what you're saying, that I need to do that? So that's why I am making some postcards this morning. So on this art printable, I have 3 pieces of artwork for... Oh, that's funny, Carrie. Good morning, Brenda. Post crossings. Ooh, I'll write that down on my little sheet. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to talk about, I can't, this is really difficult to read, on your phone while you're on the phone while I'm filming on my phone. That's a little weird, but yeah, I just thought the artsy ones would be super fun because, you know, we inspire each other all the time, right? And so, almost there. I just thought it would be a fun thing to do. So I tried to bring more minimal supplies this time because I always overpack and I don't use half the things I brought. So this time I brought 3 sets of Rachel Beth watercolors because they're small. So look, I have Midnight in Tokyo, Lilac Groves, and Dia des Mortes. So, and then I brought gel pens of these colors. I told myself I was going to try to be efficient. Let's see how I do. There's construction going on outside my window, so you know, it's loud. I would love for you to send me a postcard, Brenda. I would love it, love it, love it. So I think I signed up. You know when you sign up, well, number one, it was late last night, so you know. But I've been working on it. I was invited to join this postcard exchange a while ago. And so and then I couldn't remember who invited me, and that, you know how that goes, because it was on Instagram or something. Good morning, Valerie. Anyway, so I paid for it because there is a fee for this one. But it's called, write it down here. Hannah DIY postcard swap. So that's the one that, like I said, I think I signed up for that. I haven't gotten my I signed up for her newsletter, and I signed up for, you pay a fee to join the postcard swap, and, but then you get an email back, and I haven't gotten my email back. But anyway, Hannah's DIY postcard swap is the one I was thinking about. So I'm going to set this one aside to dry, and oh, as luck would have it, I have a billion more. Oh, here I am drinking my, everybody make sure you take a drink. This is my $1 million airport water that I just keep filling back up. Oh, we got to stay hydrated. So I was on the airplane, and I couldn't get the TV thing to work on my phone, and so I just started listening to my book club book, The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store. So if you get the chance, listen to it, because it's really good. It's really, really good. So this time, I think I'm going to use Lilac Groves. Look at how pretty it is. Hi, Karen. I am in Texas already, Valerie. I am. So remember, this is a shimmery, so we really need to work that water into the paint. And it's quite opaque. I usually like a little more transparency, but what are you going to do? You know? What are you going to do? I keep adding more water. I don't want to just start using this countertop as my paint palette. But you never know. I just might do it. Oh, so anyway, so I was on the plane, and I was listening to my book and just, you know, playing a game on my iPad. And I started to have this huge craving for an orange. And like in my head, this is so crazy. In my head, I was like, oh, and I want it to be super, super cold and really juicy. And I'm like, oh, Jeff can just stop at a grocery store on the way to the hotel. Well, no, he couldn't, because we didn't rent a car. We took an Uber, and so I was like, ugh. So then we got here, and there's a little store here that has kind of breakfasty things and sort of snacks, and anyway, it's a little fancy pants. But anyway, all they had were bananas, and I love bananas, but that's not what I was craving last night. Anyway, so today I'll be on the hunt for an orange. There's got to be a little grocery store or something around here. We ate dinner at this place called Corinne's last night. And I had a wedge salad. I love a wedge salad. But it came, and it was kind of crazy. You know, usually you get like a big wedge of lettuce. This was like a small head of lettuce cut in half and open. So like a hamburger, right? And then the stuff on top. And it had some kind of bacon that was, I don't know, there was some kind of a sauce on it, and it was a little spicy. I don't know. It was delicious. I always feel like a salad is a good thing to eat when you, because we got here, our flight was late, so we got here kind of late last night, and so, oh, I love that. I'm telling you, I love, you know, when you get, when you find a color you love, I'm like, how many ways can I use this color? Because do you see how it's purple and blue together? That's my jam. I love it. So I hope that we can figure out some kind of a postcard exchange. There's so many cool things that you can do with a postcard. Like you can just take them up a notch, you know? And that's my jam. Make them as arty as we want to be. Oh, so our Uber driver, we got into our Uber last night and the guy was playing this music. And so I asked him, I go, what kind of music is this? And he said, Nigerian. You guys, it was so beautiful. So I'm going to be searching Nigerian music on my on my Apple Music or Spotify or something. I loved it. And then he had this screen thing on the back of the seat that was, had games and stuff, but then you could also like look up, like there was like a little, what do I want to say? Like a, kind of a bio on him, and his name was Godwealth. Isn't that beautiful? He was lovely. So I hope that everybody, 1, 2, 3. So pretty. I hope that everybody has been doing things to enhance our Artist Way experience. So this one's not all the way dry yet. Let's put that on my little counter thing. I don't know. It's always weird to make art in a different place, isn't it? Like in a oh, I have this brush. I should use that. I just used it to just use this to add water to all my paints, but you know, I could paint with it too. So I'm trying really hard to not panic about my lack of supplies this morning. So, and this Dia de Muertes set is shimmery too, so I need to really work that water in. And like I said, I like things to be a little bit more transparent. So I'm thinking, do I want to go diagonal all the same colors? Do I want to go across all the same colors? I think let's go across. See what happens. Oh, so National Postcard Week actually started, it didn't start that long ago. Well, in my world, it started in 1984. Interesting, huh? Look at how pretty that is. People drive so fast, and I'm like, I don't know where you think you're going. Yeah, he is working the whole time, and so I have plans for today and tomorrow, and then Friday I get to go play with my kid. We're going to a market, which, oh my gosh, I can hardly wait. So there's these markets here that are in a really big Vicky, you're so funny. These markets are like all different kinds of artisans all in one big building. So I can, and he's bought me so many cool, like, just little gifty things. So I'm super excited about that. Everybody take a drink. Yum, yum, yum. My water is good this morning. So let's do every other, and then I can come back when when they're dry. Let's do purple here. So the if you are interested in the I, Hannah card exchange, that one, the deadline is coming up. June 1st is the last day to sign up. But then you need to have your cards ready to send by June 5th. So, you have to act quick. And I signed up for the send 10 postcards. You can do send 20, you can do all kinds of things. But I thought since it's the first time I'm doing it, let's do 10. That seems doable. Hey, Sarah. Sarah knows what it's like when I tag along with Jeff. Because my work, I can do my work any place, you know? And this is nice. I get to meet some of his coworkers that maybe I hadn't met before. Let's see. Pink, green. That's what I need to do. Okay, think, Anne. That's 4 colors, so this one needs to be orange too. It's almost like math. No, and the one that I signed up for is international. So you make 10 cards, and then Hannah will send you a list of who you need to send to. So and this is international, so some of them might be, she has all kinds of rules that you can read about on her website. But she has, so she'll send you a list with your 10 people that you need to send to. So that's super cool. I'm jazzed about that. And I'm already thinking, like, what kind of artsy message am I going to send? And you know what I mean? And she has pretty strict rules about, like, they need to be DIY. You need to make them. You not buy them. Or you can, I think she has a thing on there that talks about, like, you can buy them, but you need to do art on top of the existing postcard, which I thought was kind of interesting. I don't need to be staining this this desk thing with my paint. Good thing I'm using watercolors. Okay, so let's let that dry. I keep saying that, don't I? Okay, that one's gonna dry. I'll bring this one back. See what I got going here. So you send to 10 different people, and then you get 10 cards, is what I am almost positive. That's how the whole swap works. Lynn, I would love to pick your brain about postcard swaps. I know that another friend, Susan, I think she has done some postcard swaps. I think Gail may have done some postcard swaps. So I'm anxious to hear what other people, what they, what their experience was and how they did it and how it all kind of worked out. I'm just curious about that. Well, it does seem like I do seem to be keeping the, this is just watercolor, so it does wipe away, but, But I'll remember cheap vodka. I'll remember that. Oh, hey, I wanted to talk about this. So this was on my nightstand last night, you guys. So it's Deep Sleep Pillow Spray from the Marriott. And I'm telling you, it's like I have some at home that's just lavender. This is so lovely. It is a super blend of true lavender, wild chamomile, and vetiver. Oh my gosh, you guys, it smells so good. It smells so good. So I am, it says that you can, I think that you can buy it. So I'm going to look it up. It's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay, let's go back to Midnight in Tokyo. Thinking, get some orange on my brush here. Let's do here. Dipped in the wrong color. Has anybody been to the LJB, President Johnson's Presidential Library? It's right on the college campus here in the city. And I go, oh, it's only 7 minutes. And then I looked again. It's a 7-minute drive. So I'll be Ubering there. Because I was like, oh, I could totally, I could totally walk there. No. And it's so humid here. I would be like a limp noodle by the time I got there. It's just miserable humid here. Okay, what did you say? Contact me anytime about the postcard. What? I've done a bunch of different types. Ooh, okay, cool, cool, cool. I would love that. I would love that, Lynn. No, and I want to do like all 10 different, and I want to do, if we could work out a postcard exchange. Lynn, do you think you might be willing to be in charge of that? Because I don't know anything about that, but I think it would be so fun. I mean, it's like sending a little piece of art through the mail, you know? Whoops, stuck my finger in that one. I knew I was going to, too. Oh, this is kind of just what I needed this morning. Just some easy artwork. I was so lucky, you know, I love a window seat on an airplane. I just like the idea of being able to look out, and I like that the opportunity for me, I just kind of snuggle in and nest in the corner. I know, and it's supposed to rain here. Valerie. Thursday, it's supposed to rain all day, and I don't have any plans really on that day. I wanted to try and find an art store and some little boutique shops, but I have a feeling I'll be spending a lot of time right here in this room. Painting more postcards, I suppose. And I did bring some projects that I'm doing for other people in my little bag of tricks. Oh, look how pretty that is. I feel like I want to get a little bit of orange going at the base of these petals. I just think that pink and orange will be so pretty together. So I didn't bring my, I'm traveling to see my daughter at college this weekend. I can't wait. Then I fly to Florida. Oh, so Sarah knows what it's like when I tag along with Jeff and his work. Okay, let's see if I can get out of all these. Okay, let's see. I do have, so I didn't bring my comfort book with me, but I kind of did, because I have the comfort book, I have it in a million different applications. I have it, I have the hardcover book, and I have the audio book, and I have it on my Kindle. So we will be reading comfort book from my Kindle. See? Come on! How amazing is that? Everybody take a drink. Oh, here's one. Knowledge in the forest. Know your enemy. In the classic Chinese military treatise, The Art of War, Sun Tzu offered advice that echoed through the centuries. It is timeless advice because, of course, it doesn't apply to war. If we fully understand, say, depression, or a physical disease, or the nature of climate change or injustice, it helps us combat these things. Without knowledge of our difficulties, we would be in trouble. For instance, the average person plunged into the middle of the Amazon rainforest. You know what? We read this one not very long ago. Let's see. Minds and windows. There we go. Self-awareness can be hard. Your mind is not always to be trusted. It sometimes lies or plays tricks or doesn't give you the full picture. It can convince you that you are terrible. A mind is real as a mind in the same way a window is real as a window, but that doesn't mean the view you see through the window is the full view. Sometimes the glass is dirty or clouded or rain-speckled, and sometimes the view is obscured by a big lorry that has passed right in front of it. The window could also be entirely misleading. For instance, if your only view was through a red stained glass window, you might perceive the world to be as red and forbidding as a Martian desert, even if there was nothing out there but lush green fields. Can I tell you, that is something that I will say is completely true, because I am finding that grief can play such crazy tricks on my mind. You know, it's just, it's just a weird, it's just this weird phenomenon that happens. I'm loving that mixture of the pink and the orange, the addition of the orange to the pink. So I have to be really mindful of that. Do you know what I mean? Because you remember things not exactly as they happened. And so, because emotions are heightened in whatever circumstance, it doesn't have to be a grief circumstance. It could be, you know, sometimes we have to give ourselves a minute and think it all the way through. And I find that with all kinds of things in my life. Give myself a minute, think it all the way through. So like I said, I have a whole stack of picture postcard 1 artwork that I brought with me to paint and then take to the next level. Yeah, it's a weird thing, Sarah, I think, grief, you know, it's such a tricky thing. But I know how to, you know, and this is one thing that we need to think about. I know how to take care of myself. I know what works and what works for me, because what works for me might not be the same as what works for other people, right? But I need to do what I need to do for me. Like this trip, I knew like Mother's Day was extremely difficult, and I didn't think it was going to be difficult. And you know what? It absolutely was. I thought that I was okay. Silly girl. I was telling Jeff, you know what the thing that I miss, one of the things that I miss kind of the most is I'm just trying to make a little bit of shadow here. Where the flower is lying on top of the leaves. There we go. I don't even know, what was I just talking about, you guys? I don't know. I went off on a tangent in my head. Anybody else do that? Or your head just kind of, who knows where it goes? Oh, the thing that I miss the most, the thing that I'm is just the my mom and I talked all the time. And so the comfort of being able to share all kinds of things, and it doesn't have to be, you know, it doesn't have to be anything big and earth-shattering, just anything. I just miss the I'm feeling the oh, look at that. I'm feeling the chasm of not being able to do that. Do you know what I mean? And so I'm having to, in my head, figure out a new way to handle that. Like there's so many okay, wait a second. Who just wrote something? Hi, Noreen. Welcome. Yeah, that's a weird thing, isn't it, Vicky? Because I do still have my dad, and I'm so grateful. But he's not my mom. Do you know what I mean? He's my dad, and so he handles things different. He's not as chatty as my mom. My mom and I could chat for hours about a multitude of subjects, and so that's kind of a weird thing. It's just a weird phenomenon. So, I wanted to say, so, you know, you don't have to go to the a presidential library to do good morning, Sammy, to do a artist date, right? You don't need to go to a new city. You can go on an artist date wherever you are. So think about that. Think about where you want to go on an artist date this week. Like what, I don't know, go to a fancy grocery store or go to a regular grocery store and look at the oranges. And because now I have oranges on my brain, look at the oranges and look at like the textures and all the different kinds of oranges and the smell of oranges, and buy yourself an orange and experience that orange. And then, I don't know, just have that be in your brain. Do you know what I mean? It's better than icky news. I know that sounds like I look at the world through rose-colored glasses, and I do. I fully admit it. But you know, just do something that puts a whole new something in your head. You know, something, oh gosh, Vicky, that's weird too, though, isn't it? It's weird too when you find things out later on and they're not there to ask questions, or if they're just closed off. It's weird too, and you have to kind of. I do have orange on the brain. That's so crazy, Valerie. That's so crazy. I'll tell you what's so crazy. It was on Mother's Day. I said, Jeff, tomorrow is Valerie's birthday, and so I need to eat a piece of cake for her birthday. He was like, okay, who's Valerie? I go, well, she's my friend in my community. He was like, okay. And so he was going to the grocery store, and he said, what kind of cake do you want? I go, I don't know, just not chocolate. So in his effort to please me, he brought home like what added up to be a whole cake, right? But it was 4 different kinds of cake. He was like, I couldn't figure out what you wanted, so I just got this. That's so funny. Well, that sounds like a perfect artist date, Sarah. You're going to find so many things. Color combinations and textures, and just the whole vibe of Build-A-Bear is so happy, right? It's so happy. So, absolutely, have yourself a fine artist date. And then let's talk about them on Thursday. So, speaking of Thursday. So on Thursday, we're going to do a whole different kind of art journaling. So you're going to need markers, a pencil, and your art journal. So one marker, so pick markers that are like colors that you like. I brought Posca pens, and I think I brought 4 colors and gray. So you're gonna need gray, and you're gonna need a journaling pen, like a black journaling pen. Oh my gosh. And it's going to be all about us. I'm so excited, you guys. I'm so excited. We're going to have ourselves a time. So just remember that for Thursday. And then I'll be able to tell you about whatever I do artistically over the next couple of days, and you'll be able to tell me. And you can ask me questions. Right, Valerie? Ask me 2 questions. That's my new thing. Ask me 2 questions. So think of 2 questions for Thursday. If you have, 2 questions. Everybody take a drink. I'm probably going to have to clean up my mess because, like always, when we travel, Jeff and I share a desk. And so I'm going to have to get all the paint off this desk. Like there's not a trace of me making art over here before I head out to I got to get some breakfast, and But like that little store where I was looking for. You could. Yeah, so you and I should be kind of on the same time. Sammy, I'm closer to you now, right? We're only 1 hour difference, right? Is that right? Are you a sleeper inner? Jeff and I were like, if we go to sleep right away last night, maybe we'll get right on Austin time. And we kind of did. I can't help myself. I get up at 5 o'clock. I might continue to lay there for a while, but I've always been, not always been, for a long, long time, I've been an early riser. Please. I was the girl who couldn't get to work on time for 9 o'clock for 100 years. And then I just kind of, and I remember thinking my aunt was nuts because she would talk about how she could get so much done in the morning. I was like, yeah, whatever. You know what? I'm that girl now. I'm totally that girl. So what are you? Are you a morning person or a night owl? My sister is very much a night owl. Very much a night owl. I'm feeling like I really want to incorporate that blue. So I want to do a big kind of impact of the blue. So do I want to do this? Just going to commit to it. So when I walked into that store last night, where I only found a banana, not a orange, I walked in there, and the young girl who was working there, this tells you what time we got in last night. She was like, "Ma'am, we're basically closed." I was like, "What?" And in my head, you guys, I so wanted to say, don't say basically. That's just a filler word. I hate when people say basically, and it's kind of it is just a filler word. Anyway, I go, "Oh, I'm sorry, what time do you close?" And she said 9, and I go, "I don't even know what time it is." And she goes, 9. Then I think I'll do those. I could do those green. That might be pretty. And these could be green. Ooh, that might be pretty. Oh, it'll just let stuff dry before I, make a big mess. Oh, you guys, look at how gorgeous that purple is. It's called, the name of the color is Fragrant Clusters. Is that beautiful or what? I love it. Ooh, I'm excited about painting. So, I will, hey Tam, I can't believe I am so close to you. And you're late. You have to watch from, I'm in Austin, Tam. Who said, yes, literally. No, it was like it's a separate store within the Marriott, Valerie. So it's all right. It's fine. Anyway. What did you say? I saw Sharpie. What? Seashells. Oh. That's kind of cool. Well, send me a link. I'm anxious to see that. See, artist dates can be anywhere. So take yourself on an artist date today. I don't care where. I don't care. Seriously, it could be in your backyard. Just go and try to embrace that creative artist in your head. Do you know what I mean? Look at things in a new with fresh eyes. I am in Austin, Texas, Tam, but I'm getting ready to sign off. So maybe I'll call you when I'm cleaning up. I adore you all, and oh my gosh, it was great to just connect this morning. I hope you feel the same. I hope you feel connected and ready to start the day. Thank you, thank you, thank you for adjusting to my new time. And remember, Thursday will be the same time. It will be 9 o'clock Austin time, which is Central Daylight Time, I think is what it's called. Anyway, go out and do something artsy for yourself today. Like fill your head with inspiration, whatever it is, and then let's talk about that on Thursday. I adore you all. Thank you so much. Talk to you Thursday. Bye, everyone.